38-year-old Victor Chimobi Bokwe, an indigene of Ahabi Menyi in Isukwata local government area of Abia State, was on Thursday, 28 January 2021, shot and killed in cold blood at his business place on Azikiwe Road in Aba. 23-year-old Ezine Grace Iro, a native of Amuke or Hafia in Ohafia local government area of Abia State, was also murdered in cold blood at her business place on Ukebu Road, Obohil, Aba, on 29th of January 2021, just a day after Victor was killed. The deceased victims, who unfortunately met their deaths a day apart, were points of sale or POS agents and were killed by this gang of 7 self-confessed members of the Viking confraternity that terrorized Aba before the arrest of 5 among the 7 by the Intelligence Response Team (IRT) of the Nigeria Police. They are Raphael Godwin, 32, Chibuzo Gabriel, 23, Chibike Sunday, 22, Uzoma Samuel, 25, the gang leader Goswill Carlo, 23, and the fleeing Santiago and Abraham, the keke rider. Raphael was arrested on the 28th of February. Chibike Uzoma and Goswill were picked up on Tuesday's evening, while Chibuzo was arrested early Wednesday morning, bringing their number to 5. I paid a visit to where they were being held, and they told me how they operate, the source of their guns, and their individual roles.
I follow for the robbery.
Which of the robberies?
The one in Azikiwe East, Market Road, and the other one at Toboy.
So who did you rob?
One Mr. Dr. Innocent. I used to do POS and stay in the warehouse also.
So you killed him?
There was a gunshot there that day.
Who released the gunshot?
It was Abado that released the gunshot.
Right. So what role did what role? How did you come in?
Okay, when we drove from Keke, our leader was inside Keke. So I come down, I hang bag with my face cap and my nose mask. My hand was inside the bag because if I remove gun outside, people will know. So my hand was inside my bag that I put gun. So this Abado and this Santa, the boy, this one first enter. So the man was sitting at the close to the door. So when the other boy entered with gun, the man saw him and then run out. He wanted to run out. So when he was running out, he pushed this boy. He pushed Abado. Abado now shot him.
How did you get your gun?
It was given to us by our leader.
Who is your leader?
He's here, sir.
Point him.
Uzoma.
Point him.
Uzoma.
You are their leader, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, apart from this particular robbery, which other robbery have you been involved in?
Sometimes we used to use keke and patrol. If we see anywhere that is a shop or a warehouse, we'll stop, we'll enter. If we notice that there's money, we'll enter it. Sometimes in shop.
Tell me the number of robberies you have been involved in and at what areas of Aba?
The one I can remember is like 6, but for me, I don't normally know street in Aba much. So it was our leader that directed the road.
Do you have a gun?
No.
You don't have a gun? But you're a member of the gang?
Yes.
So what do you do for the gang?
I always do another. Santiago another. And they will call me. Inside I will come out.
Who is Santiago?
Santiago, the other boy around. It's not here. It's not here now.
He ran away? Where has he gone to?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yes.
What is his real name?
I don't know his real name.
Okay. So on that very day, what role did you play?
I just entered that day at Market Road. I entered there. I'm not with anything. I just entered there. Go tell people that girl was doing that POS, doing that bag.
Who shot her?
The fellow that shot her. That shot me.
The girl that does POS.
No, the man.
Okay.
That's not true.
But he said it was the. You said you were the one. They said you were the one who shot him.
I'm not the one that shot. I did not remove up my gun. I hung my bag. I did not really shot that girl. I did not remove my gun.
Okay. So, tell me more. What gang do you belong to?
I belong to this gang.
What's the name of your gang?
We are Curtis.
Okay. So, they said you were the one who released the shot that killed that businessman.
No, sir, I'm not the one, sir.
Who did?
It's our first.
Okay. So, tell me more. How many robberies have you been involved in?
I've been involved up to 5 robberies with them.
And you killed people?
No, I'm not the one that shot. It's Raphael that shot Mr. Victor.
Mr. Victor who?
Yeah, Mr. Victor at Azikiwe by East, sir.
Azikiwe by East?
Yes, sir.
Apart from Mr. Victor that was shot by your gang, how many other people have you killed while in operation?
Another one is the one at Ukebu.
That lady?
Yeah, Mrs. Zine.
Who shot her?
The one who shot her is not around here with us. It's escapee. Santiago.
Santiago?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how many of you? How many of you went there?
We are 4 in number. With the Keke boy make us 5.
Where is the Keke boy?
He's not here. We are 7 in number.
Chibuzo was said to be a former employee of the late Victor and gave his gang the intelligence on the financial inflow of his former boss. But he denies it. What's your relationship with the man you guys killed?
I have no relationship with the man.
You have no relationship with the
I
man?
have no relationship with the man.
Who among you worked with him?
No, I don't work with him.
Who among you worked with him? Before?
No, I don't work with him.
Okay, so who pointed at him?
Pointing.
Who identified him? Who told the other gang that he was the Oga of that place before he was shot? Who pointed at him?
I didn't put at him. We just reached there. I don't even know that the new POS there. We reached there. They said there's one girl doing POS inside there. Let's go there and go. Don't be there.
The man that was killed during that your operation, who pointed at him? Who was the one that showed the other ones who do not know him who he was?
I'm not the one. I didn't even know the man.
Okay. So who led you guys to?
That day, after our leader called me, I come out. So I just enter Keke. We were going. He said, get one place where we will go. So we carry Keke reach there. He first drop. Look. Come back. Tell us nah for that warehouse where we go enter. So that is when we drop. When we drop, is these 2 that normally used to enter inside and pick things.
Which of them worked with him before? Who identified him? Who identified him?
Like as our leader was saying that they say it was this boy that worked with him and it was this boy that gave him information about the man. That is what he said that day.
Okay. So you gave him the information about your former Oga.
I've not even worked there. Well, something I used to work before is Keke. I used to write Keke. I've not even worked there before.
All right. We understand you are the leader of the gang.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So who introduced you to the man you went to rob and kill?
So that man we are facing about the man. It's been a long time we reason about the man. So that on Thursday.
What do you mean by reason?
We talked about the man. Like actually I don't know the man especially. But
Okay, so
at that particular warehouse, at that particular place, they don't already talk about it. Said on Thursday, him more like me and him followed go there the very first that day. We crossed. We crossed there. We never know that the man is there already. We don't know that the man is there. What we saw was the lady there. But when we talked about the man, he was the one that told us that he knows there before.
that he has worked with him before.
He knows there before, yes. He knows there.
So he was the one that pointed at him.
He didn't point at any man. He didn't point at anyone. He just went straight to that table to go, according to him, because I didn't went inside there with him. He went straight to the table to collect money. Who shot the man was Raphael. Nobody knows whether it's the Oga. It's last when they now let us know that the owner of that shop was killed.
So how did you get your guns?
So those the guns there, Raphael has his own gun. He normally come out with his own gun. Yes. All those guns now, the other two guns that we normally use. The other two guns we normally use now. One I bought it, it's a local made gun. The other one is.
Where did you buy it from?
Where from O1. I gave him the money.
Who is O1?
The Abalona executioner.
Who is Abalona executioner?
I don't know how to describe him. I don't know.
The number one.
Upon Supreme Vikings confraternity. Okay, he caught his number one in Aba.
And his real name is what?
I don't know his name. What I normally know him is O1 or Papa Rock.
Since you are the team leader, the gang leader, how many operations have you
not actually I'm the team leader. Not actually I'm the team leader. The only thing that now I'm the team leader. The only thing that now, whenever they want to go, I'm number 2 in this town. Whenever they want to go to work, whenever they want to go, not be say that I call all of them, gang them together to go to work. On their own, they normally choose to go to work. When they came out, the only thing I will just do, I will bring that gun from the executioner side. I will order them to give them gun because I have rights.
So you are the number 2 person in the entire Aba?
Yes, in Supreme Vikings confraternity.
Supreme Vikings confraternity.
Yes. So I can equally call any of them that is around to bring that gun and give them.
Where do you as your confraternity, where do you source your guns from?
Where we source our guns from? Sometimes these guns are men giving us from upper men.
Upper men? Who are the upper men? What do you mean?
All this ADF, they had a forum, ADF forums.
What is the meaning of ADF?
Avalona Decimal Forum.
Avalona Decimal Forum. So all these upper men that are outside countries.
Do you have your office anywhere?
No.
How did you find yourself in the gang?
I was introduced to the gang by Ozoma here. So I was arrested in connection to the crime, excluding the one that they killed. They killed one Mr. Victor and Mrs. I wasn't among them. So, but I was arrested in connection to crime with them. So,
how many operations have you been involved in?
I've been included in 2 operations of robbery. One at St. Michael's, me and TBK here with this man here, Raphael.
Okay.
It's Ozoma. And the second one was at POS this thing. The POS stand at School Road. That was it. That was the second operation I've done with them. Me, Ozoma, and these 2 here.
Okay. So in each of these operations, how much did you take away?
The one of St. Michael's is like 100,000, like 120,000 naira.
How much are you given after each operation?
Well, that's one of St. Michael's. I was given 17,000 naira, and the second one at School Road I was given 20,000 naira.
Uzoma Samuel was the late Ezine's neighbor and sympathized with her when she was robbed last year, but was the leader of the gang that killed her this year.
Ezine you shot, did she drag with you? Actually, the reason I was not the one that shot her, I didn't drop her. It was Santiago, one SKP.
But do you know Ezine?
Yes, I used to.
How did you know Ezine?
There was a time I used to pass there to my shop, so I went there to withdraw money one certain time. So we used to greet. So if I'm passing by, I will branch there and greet her.
So she was your neighbor?
He was not my neighbor, just that if I used to pass, I would greet her. So that is why when they pointed at her that we should go there, I said no, that they should leave the gate. They said no, that the girl just come out this morning, there will be money there, she will have money there. I said no, that if they want to go, me I will not drop them. So they say if I don't want to drop me, I deal with the keke boy. So this have to do with that SKP, the land drop. They went and robbed her.
And killed her.
Yes, before they entered the place.
So who was Ezine? You were Ezine's neighbor?
I live at 2K. Actually, not that I'm just his name, but I live at 2K. I live at 2K, at that number 5 UK beside our POS stand.
That means you were her neighbor. Okay. And it's understandable also that you robbed her last year. Who robbed her last year?
People that robbed her last year, I don't know the people that robbed her last year, but Ezine was robbed because it was just robbed in our area. Then we know that place was robbed because the day they robbed there in the morning, all of us came out.
All of you went out
guys
and sympathized with her.
All of us was there together.
Then you also went there this year and saw her dead through your own operation.
Today, that day that thing happened. I wasn't there with them, but
you knew
I was aware about the because I was in the kiki with them because we were coming back from somewhere that morning. We were coming back from somewhere that morning. Then SKP choose to rob there. That's the reason why I'm not normally the team leader because I never stopped them from doing whatever.
So you knew they were going to kill her?
No, they didn't say such. They never even because SKP know her as well. SKP know her as well. The reason why SKP know her, you don't go there, go withdraw money before.
Why did you, in your good conscience, decide to rob your neighbor for the second time?
No, I didn't decide it. If I decided it, I would have been there with step. I didn't decide it.
But you knew?
Yeah, I can't stop them because SKP is third man upon this stand. And sometimes I can't say anything. I can't counter him.
But as the O2 second in command, you can stop the operation.
SKP, I can't stop SKP because SKP on his own. No matter me being an O2, SKP is my SOB. SKP supersedes me. The reason why I happens to be and the O2 is because of I'm wiser than him. But him now is my SOB. Sometimes in the counter my word. In the counter I'm steady. Countless times.
How much they make and the sharing formula became a subject of argument and disagreement.
Even if they share money, me and him they share equal with this traffic. With the share equal. I will tell you the only thing why they use top traffic. Is that I'm number 2 upon Supreme Bikers. But if not that business, they don't agree me to eat more than them. And they tell you, no, they talk that thing. No, they talk that thing. I know they talk. They talk about this. Like say we be children when born. Now they pack the whole money go. You get money when pack go last time, pack money. That money
like
700,000.
How much?
Carry go. Imagine.
The last operation where we go last time.
For where? Where did you?
One that pack.
Where did you go for the operation?
I don't know the name of the place. You know the name of the place. I don't know the name of the street. When we were coming back, the bag we carried, the money was inside the bag. He was the one that was removing the money from the bag. in his own bag.
So how much did you make for that particular operation that he had to take away up to 700,000?
It was 95,000 that I got.
I mean, how much in total did you rob?
He did not count it. He said they don't used to count that kind of money. He was giving us, removing it, giving. As others now, is it not true? He was removing it, giving us, keeping the remaining one in his bag. He was removing, cutting, give us, cut.
Who was with the bag after?
The bag of the money?
Yes.
I was with the bag, but he was moving the money from my side. He was sitting beside me.
It is kudos to the IR team who has promised to eradicate Abia State of criminals.
By special grace of God, we'll do more than this. The criminal wants to take over the town, which we cannot allow them to do so. We must surely bring all of them to the book. We must surely make sure that this state will be safe for good people and will make it uncomfortable for criminals.
Emmanuel Nwazue reporting.